Ha 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 ha. Sound check. Kanban message. Hi everyone, this is Paolore once again. This is Wednesday Warzone, and this is Paolore from the Garrison Archangel team. We just had a rocky start, but I think we're good to go right now. This is the last Wednesday Warzone of 2018, and I can't believe it. It's the second year since we made this project known to the public. The development of this project, Garrison Archangel, and we just want to make like a year-end special presentation. Uh, what I'm playing right now is the December update build, which will come out at the end of the week. So if you guys are on preview in this build, like I promised on Discord, we're going to set the melee damage modifier back down to 100% at 5000 strength. That means builds that are not strength types will have 80% melee damage mod, assuming their load and max capacity. Their load matches their max capacity. And we actually added a 20% damage across the board as a sort of experiment because there were people requesting for increased damage for non-strength types. But now we found that increasing the damage across the board was a bad idea because it really empowered more powerful strength builds, and we just wanted to experiment, give it a public test in preview. But for the public build that's coming out end of this week, hopefully, before right before Christmas, it's gonna be back to the old strength equation, but with the new stability and boost mechanic changes, which I explained in older episodes. This is to fix our problems regarding armor, to differentiate the more to more clearly differentiate the advantages of having more armor and speed over strength, as many people said that strength easily replaces those other two stats by virtue of just getting equipment that covers for its deficiencies. Now, armor, basically, we in a short way, we buffed armor and speed. And there were some people asking for a strength upgrade overall just to test it out, since the speed and stability changes were also experimental. And that quite didn't go so well. We did receive feedback about it, which is great because we weren't too sure about it ourselves. I mean, it's a change, but we're not sure if that's the kind of change we want, and that's why we made the public test it out. So we got enough feedback on Discord, and now we're gonna move forward with the stability and speed changes, the boost changes, and that's what you'll see in this upcoming build. And I hope you guys who haven't tried preview yet are ready for this change, because it more or less requires you to, in the case of the new boost changes, it requires you to be a little more mindful of the boost you use. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'll guess I'll show it. Ready, go. Oops. The sound seemed to be coming out a little too strong. Okay. Alright. So as you can see, boost has a pause if you dodge. If you just boost around, it's an instantaneous regen. So it differentiates the use of boost to dodging. Means you wanna dodge a little more conservatively, like make it count. And whoa. The stability changes, as you can see. Everyone has something called vulnerability from now on, the red bar, which means that's. Is there a frame rate drop? Because I'm noticing a frame rate drop on my end.
Not here.
Not here?
Not on the YouTube video.
Oh, okay. All right. I might have to set this down to change it up. That's a little odd. Oh, it's not even true full screen. It's just, gosh, I missed that. Hold on, guys. Okay. It's not true.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know. It's not true. It's not true full screen.
We fucked up? Are you fucked up?
I don't know. I didn't know the settings were that way. Okay. I hope that's a smoother experience now.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah. Okay. This is Niconiconation, my sometimes co-host. There are people who actually were asking where you were, so here he is today. I guess he can't miss the last Wednesday Warzone of the year.
Actually, I can.
But you're here anyway. Like I said, if you notice, you can boost around less, and if you're flinched, your boost bar turns orange, which means if you boost out during that time, it eats up more boost. So it's more punishing to get flinched. So in the first place, you shouldn't try to get hit. And it's really hard to do that, I know.
You shouldn't be getting hit anyway.
Yeah. In the first place, you shouldn't be getting hit and dodging out after being hit. So that's the boost change to expect from this build. And the stability changes, like I said, there's a unified like vulnerability period, which is like 500 stability in the old build. That's the explanation. But this time we call it vulnerability. So an enemy can hit you for 500 stability worth of damage before they down you. And everyone more or less has that same vulnerability. And what stability actually does is add the green part of your stability bar, which means that's how much stability damage you can take before you go into vulnerability. Stability will now only affect that green part of the bar. It's not a compound stat that's divided by 50%, like I explained in another Wednesday Warzone. So these are the changes to expect in public. These are now more or less final. We've had enough testing. I think 2 weeks. 2 weeks of testing, and more or less we got the desired data we want regarding the changes. And we also changed how certain things like actually the hyper armor, we might roll it back. That was another experimental thing we were doing. So we hope this change makes people reconsider just running strength, because now they'll have a lot of drawbacks as well for just running strength and covering up their weaknesses with internals, because the natural armor and speed stat gives them so much just for those points, whereas in strength you can only get those stats back, bonuses back, if you get all the internals for them, and you have a limit of 3. So I think I covered this in a previous Wednesday Warzone, but this is for everyone who's not on preview and hasn't seen the changes yet. But that's what you can see. You can look forward to when we release the game on Friday, hopefully this week. The guy who said the F word. Okay.
What about it?
Oh man, stun is OP now. Stun is supposed to be OP in the first place, since you were able to stop the enemy from moving, and it harkens back to the old. If you hit the enemy, you get to follow up with a combo, which was lacking in the older builds because you can just flinch cancel out. The difference of costs was so minimal. I think it wasn't even too much different from an action cancel dodge. Also, the dodge timer, like I said earlier, also prevents that from now on. So that's the change to expect, and of course I've been showing them off, the Star Gauntlet. We've also fixed some bugs that came out during preview, so more or less we're hoping it's stable. As far as we know, it's stable as far as all testing has been. But we'll release it for public this coming Friday, and we hope you guys have fun with it. I know I've had several videos showing this off, and people are excited about it. Personally, it's very weird, but very if you're just in it to look cool, it's pretty cool, I guess. It's pretty cool. Look at me with my stupid large fists of fury. Ooh, what am I doing?
You're not hitting him.
I'm not hitting him though. Oh no! Look at me charging in his face. Everyone, give me your energy. Just kidding. Was he shouting or charging during that?
No, he's just raising.
He was just raising his hand, right? Oh no! 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 Shoot. Okay. As you can see, I'm using a Myrmidon, so while I have high damage, I have such low stability and such low boost. So if I'm not packing anything to make up for those, I flinch easy, I bow out to pressure. In that case, I was down so easily. Well, but when I punch, it hits like a truck. Look at that, 500. Okay. Not a fan of the camera settings. Let me just double check.
Are you? Did you just give out an excuse for you losing?
No.
I'm losing.
It's the camera. The camera.
It's not me.
It's not me though. It's the camera. Okay, it wasn't me though. God. Bah. Oh. Should I name this Garrison Fire? Angel Fire. Oh wait, no. Are they still alive?
What?
Angel Fire.
Angel Fire? Is that a ghost? Do you have a show? Was that it?
No. It's an actual
That's
company.
Angel Halo. What is Angel Fire?
Angel Fire. I was thinking of naming the move Angel Fire. You know, like a certain move from a certain game. Cause no. Angel Fire. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what Marsh wants to call the move, but whatever. I was just kidding. Oh yeah. Things for 2019. I hope we actually want to make a proper like command list per weapon, so we might have goofy names for attacks, and we'll see what we can do. Also, since this is the last Wednesday Warzone of 2018, I just want to reminisce and talk with you guys. Especially, it's not an excuse for. Well, we have nothing to show from last time. It's not an excuse for that. I swear. Yeah. I just want to reminisce about 2018 and tell you guys about the plans for 2019, even though you can't see them here yet. I just felt like we needed like a season ender finale. It's just a little sad we can't have everyone at office.
Yeah, season ender finale where we do nothing, we talk about nothing.
Hey, we are talking about something. I just did some technical updates.
Maybe we should have made a script rather than not.
We never make scripts. Haven't you learned from all?
Yeah, we don't.
We never make scripts. None of this is scripted.
Well,
so.
we could, but we refuse to change.
And Garrison Archangel refused to change.
And that's no New Year's resolution for me, I guess.
Oh, I don't know if people know about New Year's. Is
New
that
Year's
just
what?
a Filipino thing?
No,
New Year's resolution?
No.
No, right? Okay. So I'm just making sure because there are some things I'm surprised that people don't actually know about. So I'm just wondering, cultural differences. So I'm just making sure. So, we were just kidding about the New Year's resolution stuff.
We're really
Whatever.
not.
Yeah, we're really not. He's really not. I'm trying my best. I just want to say, like, this game looks so different from 2018.
Yeah, it looks shinier now.
Yeah, shinier. Lots of weird stuff. Lots of UI changes. And actually, I'm working on a little video.
Oh?
It's not coming out now. It's not like the usual, oh, this is a big live stream, so they must have a new video for us. No, sadly, we don't operate like that. Mostly because this Wednesday Warzone is really just like us talking with everyone and just telling them what's up. It's not, we never tried to really, make it like a fancy video in the first place. We just want to show people, hey, this is what we're doing right now, just to keep in touch with our community, basically. So 2018 has basically been Wednesday Warzones. Wednesday Warzones talking about changes to the game and
random musings about how to
random
make some weapon.
How to make weapons, answering Q&A stuff.
Hey.
And I want the ender to this year to be the same. Yeah, what?
Oh, when am I gonna get my chair?
What do you mean your chair?
My weapon chair.
Oh yeah, a foldable chair, right? How would that even work? Because when I see other fighting games do the chair, it works because they're in a 2D space.
What?
The chair.
Have you not seen that new mecha game?
What? I have not. There's
Actually,
a mecha game out there with
I
a
actually
chair.
forgot. The one where the control scheme is basically
right
hand,
I
left
know.
hand.
Let's not.
There's a chair there.
Yeah, there is a foldable.
There's a chair.
See,
there.
now we have to make a foldable chair.
Yeah,
now you're guilt tripping me, man. Okay.
We're gonna one up them by having tables and ladders too.
Foldable ladders.
Not. We're really not.
Are we gonna have a hanging briefcase that we have to get
for the custody of
for the champion? I can use this. I can use the suitcase to request like a championship fight or something.
Are you saying I can cash in whenever I want and beat someone?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's our wrestling nerd stuff coming out. So anyway, so Wednesday Warzone for 2018 was always marked with some gameplay updates and then just us devs randomly talking about ideas, talking with people on the chat, answering their questions. So
you want to go to questions now, or?
Let's just ask: is Infinity level 3 fixed? More or less, I think. I actually don't know how to recreate that bug. But the developer. No, the developer said he fixed it. So
okay.
Why don't you tell us how to recreate that bug, Mister Sim.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Bug Lord, please tell us how to do the bug, and we will try and test. Anyway.
So will there be an Indigo Impact 2?
Will there be an Indigo Impact 2?
Yeah.
Sadly, this year, no, because we want to focus on the community and stuff. Internally, we just normally test what the community has found. We also do our own tests, but we're so busy because we're a small team.
I mean,
Indigo Impact in the first place was before we had the big community, which is like really helping us out with
yeah,
development anyway.
stuff.
It was more because it was in the time when more of our testing was done internally, and we had less
Free labor.
Don't call them that. They paid for the game.
Yeah.
See, that's even worse. No, I'm kidding. No, we're really thankful for you guys because we get a lot more data to tell you the truth from everyone playing the game, our community
Strengthening
basically.
numbers.
Yeah, especially people like Kiko Pro and like
Vol.
champions. I guess Vol. No, wait, Vol, don't take that personally. Everyone, I can name people like Maple, Azure, I guess.
I mean,
Azure.
if they want Indigo Impact 2, they can probably host themselves, right?
Indigo Impact was a internal tournament anyway.
Yeah.
It was an internal tournament
So
with
it's just another tournament, basically.
yeah, basically. So with our existing community, I'd rather just have the community.
You guys joke it out.
Yeah, you guys juke it out. I think it's more entertaining,
Or don't.
especially because we just juke it out with you guys anyway. If you're on Discord, you'll catch us joining your games online anyway. I do hope we can have an Indigo Impact in the future. But I'm not sure if we have time for that now because we have a lot of stuff on our plate, and we're more concerned, like I said, with making stuff for the community. And Indigo Impact was supposed to just be an internal thing. We just showed the video because it was also part of our what do you call this? Like our marketing, just to show the game. But now that everyone has played the game, what's the point? We'd rather have actual players playing with each other
Some
rather
of you
than...
guys are actually posting videos for us.
Yeah.
Thank you for the free labor.
Stop that. Hey, no.
Nah.
No. We don't post every video, okay?
Yeah.
We post the ones that we feel like are really I don't want to say interesting.
Okay.
No, we usually post videos. We usually post or share videos that we feel like communicates what we want people to see. I've been getting wrecked. I should change.
No.
I should change. I don't like it.
Okay.
I
Fine.
don't like. Oh wait. What?
No, it's basically we support you guys as
We
much
support
as you
you.
guys support us.
Yeah. We support you guys as much as you support us. Thank you, Mr.
So if
Niconico.
any of you wants to be a streamer, you know,
We've had several streamers, so pretty
Yeah.
cool. Everyone keeps talking about the barrel. Loving the textures, by the way. The cell shading reminds me the last
speaking of the barrel,
game.
other than the dam and solar farm, what other landmark areas can we expect to fight it for campaign?
We have a city block kind of area. We're just unable to show it right now because
Can we have a Space Japan?
we already have space in Japan.
No, I mean a
Look
whole
how-
town.
Look at how space Japan. Look how Japan this looks.
It's not Space Japan.
It's Japan. Look at all the sakura petals in the torii. That's as Japan as you can get.
I guess.
Anyway, yeah. So space
did,
Japan.
Did you already talk about spoilers for January? No.
For
January
January.
plans? No, not yet. No.
No, not yet.
We can leave that for later.
Well, we're of course with the new year and with all the changes, many people have been complaining that the stuff we have on Steam is very outdated. The game looks so different from what's on
The
Steam.
demo?
No, our actual like pictures, our trailer.
Oh.
So that stuff's overdue. You guys can expect a trailer in January. And it's gonna be a funny trailer if you're aware of how the old trailer looked. That's all I can say about that. I hope you guys are looking forward to
we're
that.
gonna have a side-by-side comparison.
Oh no, you're spoiling too much.
I didn't even.
If you guys have watched the old ones, you'll find the one this coming year funny. Anyway, with that, in January we plan to have the first phase of our single player campaign, at least for public testing. Hopefully that goes through. We wanted like a random mission generator at the end of the month, but that might be moved to January. So you guys will have like a mission mode hopefully by January. So that's coming in the future. I showed it off, or at least the tentative version of it. It's not final. It doesn't have the final copy, for example, and it doesn't have the final flow yet, which is take a mission. After you win, you get a reward, something like that. Yeah, like that. It didn't have that yet when we demonstrated it. In January, more or less, we hope that can get into the game. But as you all know, it's the holidays.
Yeah, we should update that loading screen, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, with all the new stuff, you guys can expect some new updates in the future, especially to our, especially with our loading screens, the stuff you see on Steam, the trailer, just a lot of stuff to welcome the new year. Oh, and in January we're gonna have the finale to season 1, ironically. Season 2, I'm sorry, season 2 of Cosmic Clash. We're gonna have the finale to that season. It should have been in December, I know, but this change is pretty dramatic, and we want people to have time to prepare for it. Our tentative date is January 12.
Now just learn along the way.
Sorry, wait.
It's fine.
I might be wrong. Wait, let me double check.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Uh-oh. He messed up.
I messed
He messed up.
on screen. Yeah, January 12th, more or less.
Yeah.
More or less, we're... See? I didn't mess up. I'm just unsure.
Second week of January.
Yeah, second week of January, we're gonna have the Cosmic Clash Season 2 finale. It's gonna have the new changes. So we want to give people time to practice. Since it's gonna be on a public build and we won't update it for a while. After
look for the cheapest stuff.
Yeah. Follow what everyone's saying that this is broken or that's broken.
No, that's not broken. This is broken.
This is broken. And then if everything's broken, everything's balanced.
Pretty much.
Yeah, right? I remember there was a game where that was the case. Everyone was so broken that
there's a lot of games like that.
Everyone's so broken that it's okay, it's balanced.
UMVC3 was like that, bro.
Do we have to drop specific games?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah, so just do what the champions actually do, which is try to look for a broken thing and use it. Although
that's how you win money.
Although I'm not sure now. I love that the shaft level, any possibility of hyperspace starts streaming past you as you fight. Okay, any possibility of a horizontal version of that stage of the shaft level, but fighting during hyperspace, so you see stars streaming past as you fight.
If you think about it, we could just tilt the map sideways.
Actually, in a hyperspace, in some media, when I see people in a hyperspace tube, what usually happens to stuff that hits the outer edges of the hyperspace tube, they get destroyed. So it might be good for a ring out map. And shuttles. With innocence? Wow, sadistic.
What?
Shuttles with innocence that you can shoot down. Wow, sadistic.
Okay, but why though?
Stray missiles.
I mean, okay.
Cosmic Clash is it's a local tournament that we hold because we live in the Philippines and we live in Manila. We hold the tournament at Cosmic Gorgons in Quezon City at Cubao Expo. And we've had it for a while now. Actually, in the video I'm gonna post in the future, maybe next week, you will see. Yeah, it's gonna be like a history video of our community. I hope you guys see that. Most of the stuff on the roster, like
Leo
Plarodon, Kuriyami Moonshadow, Hikari Light Sunsparkle, Gorgonaut Crystal, Blitz Airmaster. Most of those guys were champion mechs from Cosmic Clash, which was held at Cosmic Gorgons. The other mechs like Typhoon Oasis was from Mecha Melee, which is an online tournament, and 39S is from Indigo Impact. Actually, we should move him away because that's an internal build.
Yeah, we should just delete him from the roster.
No, not delete him. Leoplarodon was one. I don't want to call Leoplarodon's player just a Cosmic Clash champion because he used Leoplarodon in a lot of tournaments, side tournaments we held in various conventions locally, like ToyCon and
ESGS.
no, he didn't
wasn't?
use Leoplarodon there. He
Okay.
used a different mech in ESGS. So Leoplarodon was in several Cosmic Clashes and in the ToyCon tournament we did. So that's why he actually takes up like 3 slots. That's how good this build is. Anubis is our winner of Fashion Fight. I said this in a previous episode. Bad Cop and Ripzaku are the runner-ups. So like anyway, the point I'm saying is most of these guys were Cosmic Clash and community tournament champions.
We have
Usha
them
El
make
Karma.
mechs for us for free.
We had to make mechs for us. No, they made the mechs of their own volition. It's not
Yeah.
like they didn't get anything out of it. Like
Yeah, and we took
tra-
it, so we can have
tradition.
more.
The tradition of Cosmic Clash is that you get a mug that says you're champion. And some of these guys take to collecting mugs and counting number of mugs they have to prove their championship. Himasha Kurara won a community run tournament, which is the Spooktober skirmish, by the way. League Slicer won our ESGS Epic tournament, which happened during the ESGS, which was one of the biggest electronic esports game
Esports.
conventions here in Manila. So there are people saying that his mech can defeat Leoplarodon, make him extinct.
Well, it's not broken now because the system's changed.
Yeah. With the AI isn't as fierce as Kiko Pro using Leoplarodon.
And you have to fight Kiko Pro.
You have to fight Kiko Pro, and you'll see how horrifying that mech is. Anyway, yeah. So that's it for people who don't know what Cosmic Clash is. That's the rundown on it. So for the season finale, I hope to see the usual people at Cosmic Gorgons next year. It'll be like we want it to be like a good. I don't want to say year ender because it's January. Good season ender.
Season ender.
Yeah, basically good season ender. We want more epic fights, hopefully, because last season ender, which was December 2017, we had a lot of people come in. It was pretty cool. So yeah, I hope to see you guys at Cosmic Gorgons on December 12th. So that being said, what else was there to show?
Favorite weapons that was released this year.
Favorite weapons released this year. So here are the new maps. As you all know, I guess we should have like a whip. These maps are still in development.
Oh, look at that repeated texture.
Hey, don't. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Hey, stop. Like I said, it's heavily whip. We just wanted to have the maps functional for our coming like single player modes coming up, and for internal testing mostly, and of course the guys on preview who help us all the time. Of course, my idea for this map was if you fall in the water and you don't have boost, or if you fall in the water while destabilized, you can ring out. Or if you're dead and you fall in the water, you ring out. So there's a lot of stuff here that's still more or less experimental and unfinished, but because we showed it to you guys and some guys wanted to already try it out just to get a feel of the map, because more or less the map's layout is more or less complete. We released it for testing mostly, because we're in early access anyway. Most of this stuff is supposed to be like for testing anyway, and that's why we listen to people's feedback and change mechanics. Will there be an Indigo Impact 2? No. Okay. Other than the solar farm and dam, yes, city. With December's update done, any spoilers for January? Done.
Last one.
What was your favorite weapon released this year?
Well, you ignored my question really fast.
What? What was your favorite?
Just answer the damn question.
I'm thinking. Okay, I didn't expect that. Shoot.
I mean,
I am a weeb.
we can just check this.
I'm a weeb, so
Okay.
the Mugen Sakura. The Mugen Sakura seems like
You're not even using a Mugen Sakura.
yeah. No, I am.
You're not.
I'm not now. I have a build that uses dual swords.
Mr. Surprise still has.
A Dominus, but the Dominus wasn't released this year.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still unsure how Usha Il Karma is played. It just feels like, but this is a champion mech. He actually overloaded it so he can carry a lot more stuff, and he has a lot of armor. Like I said, if we're gonna talk favorite weapon, I'd have to say the Mugen Sakura because I'm a weeb, and it has such a fun play style. The collecting of the kanji with the different directions. Because I'm the producer of the game, I also do a lot of the design, and a
Look
lot
at
of
that
the
repeating
system.
texture.
Yeah, stop. Shh. Stop. I do a lot of the design and mechanics. A lot of deciding of the mechanics, although it's really a team effort. Like, and we also even listen to the community when we do experimental builds with the community's request. So the Mugen Sakura was also mostly, at least system wise, was designed by me, and I didn't, and when I designed it, I felt it would be fun, and people do like it, and that's why I'm a little proud of it because I was like, oh shoot, people actually like how the Mugen Sakura turned out. So I guess it's my favorite weapon because I worked on it and people liked it. It's that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
People were warmed up to it pretty
It's
quickly, and it
basically
became popular.
your favorite child.
Hey, Dominus is my favorite
No,
child,
favorite-
but people don't like it. I don't
favorite-
understand
Favorite child for this year.
for this year. Dominus is good, and people don't like it. I don't understand. Anyway, Mugen Sakura is definitely 2018 favorite weapon I made. Although not to discount the other weapons like the Peacemaker. Peacemaker I feel is also pretty good for it filled the 500 weapon gap. You now have 3 of the basic archetypes for hand weapons you can get at 500, which is the shield, the melee weapon, and ranged weapon, and the Peacemaker filled that gap, and it's pretty cool, especially since I like running ranged speed. I don't think in this build it's here, but on my own PC, of course, not this show PC, I have a dual Peacemaker speed build, and it's pretty impressive, especially if you just add internals to make it more powerful for the 500 weight. We need large bosses for these kinds of maps. Oh, definitely.
We're just gonna scale them up.
We actually had a build before, because I'm sure some of you are aware of the chibi cheat. Like, you can turn all these archangels into chibis. We had an old build where we had a giant archangel. It was pretty hilarious. But no, when we're gonna make a giant boss, it's not just gonna be a scaled up archangel. I do want to have like a big boss which you can fight with your friends and epic in scale. We hope we can give you that to you guys next year, especially because we have this campaign being made for you guys. So that's it regarding that. Is there anything else?
Hey, you wanna know what's my favorite?
No, here
weapon?
is the steps.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yep.
He
nothing.
did not give any steps. Sim, please give us some steps
Just messages.
on this stuff. The stuff you haven't showed. The good stuff. Okay. My Mac made him extinct. Okay, I read that. There's not much else to show because this is the stuff. This is the build you guys will probably see this coming Friday. 2 work in progress maps. Because, like I said, this is more of a public test than anything, and it shouldn't ruin gameplay. It shouldn't ruin gameplay or cause major bugs. Maybe visual bugs like you're not gonna sink into the water when you die.
Repeating textures.
That's more because it's unfinished. It's not an actual bug. And yeah, and then new Star Gauntlet and the changes to general mechanics changes, and we'll probably see you guys next year. Like I said, this is the last Wednesday Warzone of this year.
That means no Wednesday Warzone next week.
Next week, because it's Christmas. It's the
Yeah.
holidays. It's gonna be the holidays, and it's gonna be New Year's soon, New Year's Eve soon. So we'll not be around. So
No,
this is
you're not gonna be around.
what do you mean? You'll be here? Wow, so hardworking, Niconiconation. A lot of us won't be around. Niconiconation. It says you'll be around.
I'm just gonna be
Okay.
sitting here.
Okay. So yeah, that it might because it's the holiday season. There'll be a lull in development, but don't worry. Next year we'll be back and we'll have some stuff to show. And like I said, you guys should look forward to the video. We want to call it the community trailer. Like it tracks all the stuff we've added to the game thanks to the community, and tracks all the stuff we did from 2017 to 2018. So you guys can expect that next week. And I think with that, this is really it. This is the final episode for this year, and no one's asking any questions. No one's
Yeah.
excited. Oh my God.
It's how should I say this? It's flaccid. This whole Wednesday Warzone,
No, it wasn't.
as
It
it
was-
should be, if you ask me.
No, shut up. Flaccid.
Yep.
Good lord. Okay. Come on, guys. Any last questions before Paolore mysteriously disappears into vacation?
Nope.
None.
Nope.
In the description below, video, a giant chibi archangel. A giant chibi archangel. That sounds fun. In the description. Video in the description below. What's he talking about?
You know what? We can just ignore Sim for now. Take our vacation. Get out of here. You know what? You guys suck. We're
Hey, don't call them that. Hey, we're besides the kidding, we're really thankful you guys support the game, and we hope you get your friends and family to support the game. Actually, we're bound by an NDA agreement, so we can't talk about something. Okay, yeah, something. We hope you guys.
I mean, they do know that.
No, they don't, and we're not allowed to talk about it.
I mean, we're not allowed to talk about it, even though we're implicitly talking about it.
It could be anything.
It could be anything.
But anyway,
hey, you want to know what comes during holiday season in
Hey,
Steam?
don't-
Yeah, that's right.
No, we're not. Shut up. I'm not. I wasn't involved. Okay.
And I never said anything.
You said a name. It could have been anything, but you said a name. But anyway, let's just bleep it out in post. If post exists.
Yeah, we're gonna bleep this out in post, huh?
If post existed, we'd bleep it out. But yeah, there's something. We hope you guys consider getting Garrison Archangel for if you guys haven't bought it yet. For the holiday season. Yeah, just please do, even for your friends and family. It'll help us out, help us develop this game even further. We have a goal of becoming the definitive mecha action game for PC. So please do help us out and join the community. The community is pretty fun if they're around, especially on Discord. And trust me, they are around. When they're around, they are around. And you'll have a lot of discussions on mechanics and balance issues, and a lot of people showing off their mechs and their skills. A lot of people fighting online. We have a dedicated group of people who like to play online, test out the new weapons, and I think with the new update, with the new Star Gauntlet, they'll have stuff to chew over the vacation. So, no, Sim, I can't see the bug. I have no idea what you're talking about. You
Send
can't
us the
tell.
link.
There's no link.
Just post it on Discord.
Yeah, Sim,
Yeah,
show
Sim,
it.
just post it on Discord.
Just post it on Discord, Sim.
You know what? Because of that, we're gonna delete Nana. What's her name? 39? What?
39S.
Yeah, 39S. We're gonna remove 39S as a holiday present for you.
Or we're gonna make him bug so bad because it'll be poetic.
We're gonna take out all of the weapons.
It's like he's gonna have the weapons in character select, but none of them are in the game.
We're just gonna give him the all shields, so he can't even attack, right?
Yeah. Oh no. Anyway, yeah. So, as someone noted in on our Facebook page, the effects are hand animated. Most of them anyway. The explosion effects and the break effects, particularly. Some of the thrusters also. So yes, that's true, and also the overload effect. So bug is fixed.
Says Sleipnir, our developer.
Says
In your
Sleip-
face, Sim.
Yeah, which is what I said. I said that earlier. So the bug has been fixed by Sleipnir, and Sim should stop just abusing bugs and showing them off without explaining how he does it. Gosh. Okay. I think that's it.
Hey Sleipnir, what's your favorite weapon?
Hey Sleipnir, as a dev, what's your favorite weapon? 69s. Oh my gosh. Sleipnir, since you are watching this, what's your favorite weapon developed when you got on board the project?
No, we're not there yet. He's living in the past.
He is.
Yeah, the video is delayed. You don't really expect a message or a reply immediately, right?
I'm expecting it now.
We're
we can.
still not there yet.
We
Oh,
can
we're there
wait.
now.
No, no, we're not. We're still behind. Anyway,
No.
Sleipnir is one of the devs, so if you see him in the chat, say hi to him. And he was there to answer. Sim, Switchblade OP. Switchblade OP. Many people have many different ideas of what's OP. Like us, we think OP again, which is right. You guys should accept that Dominus
This is OP, so
is
we can
OP.
nerf them.
and is always in need of a nerf. There was a point where Dominus was too weak and we had to power him up so he can nerf it again. So, look at that. See, your cloth can't block a laser blade. Don't be silly. Your shoulder cloth can't block a laser blade. So, okay, Sleipnir says the Switchblade's OP. Hi. Okay, good. Sim followed instructions. Thank you, Sim.
Yeah, keep doing that.
Please, thank you. Yeah. Is there anything else? It's been 47 minutes
Nope,
of us talking about
nothing.
nothing. No, we talked about a lot of things. People are
No,
asking
I mean,
questions.
nothing's happening in
Nothing's.
the Discord.
Aww. Aww, okay.
That's fine.
Look at that. It looks like fire. Juggernaut Star. Errant Brave. Man. Let's see. What were the highlights of this year? What were the highlights? Well, we went into early access this year, so March.
Mine was Rude Boy.
Yeah, Rude Boy.
Yeah, go fight Rude Boy.
Let's see. People were saying he was weaker now, and I'm like, are you sure?
Nah.
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 He's more or less the same.
What do you mean?
What they up with? What they up about? Anyway. Yeah. Well, 2018 was a great year, more or less for GA, because we went into early access. We got a lot of people. We got the online features out. We got this real upgrade graphically for the game, and more or less we have a big community, and people are recognizing it. If you go on Steam, the reviews regarding the community, I'm so proud of you guys. I never expected that would be a thing people would talk about, and I hope it continues to grow and gets filled with more cool people who really love the game and really help us out make it the best game ever, best mecha game ever. So yeah, a radar for horde mode. Yeah,
Yes.
we actually have a radar for horde mode.
The answer is yes.
Yes. We have one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is it
You should-
deficient
you
in
should
some
just double
way?
check.
Is it deficient in some way?
Going so.
Is it deficient in some way? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's right there in the upper.
Right corner.
Yeah.
Look, it's a radar.
So you should be
Working
able to
just
see it.
fine.
More or less, yeah. There were some ideas for height indicators, but for now this suits the purposes just fine. Right now, if you want a single player experience, horde mode should be more or less should give you that experience. Why are you not?
He's just beating you.
Yeah, think he has
He's not
tiny
dying.
life.
He's alive still. Is this a bug?
What?
Oh, no, it's not. Okay.
No, it's not. He's just annoying. He's just an annoying asshole. No bad words, Paulo. No bad words. Okay, stab. Okay, well, we have more questions. Helicopter is OP nerf.
No.
Helicopter is the in its right place.
Yep. It's fine.
Helicopter is correct.
It's fine the way it is.
You'll see more of Helicopter in our single player campaign, which we hope to give you guys access to next year. Of course, that's the actual the actual date we're hoping to release single player campaign. But for now, if you just want a single player experience, just play horde mode. 50 waves of enemies that come out in squads. You can even play it with friends via custom game. Split screen fun. I know people are requesting it for online. Since our online is peer to peer, we just want to make sure it's stable before we release it for that system of peer to peer play. And speaking of netcode, we had a lot of improvements this year. There are more people playing actively now on Discord, and I'm so happy for everyone who's playing. That means people new to the game can find people to play with, which is great. New people for our community is always good, especially with a community I think as great as the Archangel community. They're very supportive. They really love the game, and if you go to Discord, there's always talks and showing off of new mechs, talking about mechanics, always things about how to make the game better, and it's just fun. Sometimes just arguing for the sake of like how to make the game better. We all just want to make Archangel a good game because for our customers, they paid for it and they want to have a good game. So. And to help and them helping us is really like it's a joy for us developers. So yeah, I hope you guys, if you haven't played Archangel yet, if you haven't joined the community yet, you should really. There's a lot of stuff you can get just for hanging out in Discord, talking with people, and mostly just me. Just memeing and shit posting with them, I guess, is also really good. Yeah, just a lot of this game is really community made, community driven, and we hope it continues because of course we want this game to be like competitive and fun to be played with your friends. That's why we have split screen, so you can play with your friends on couch, and we are also trying to get multiplayer as good as it can be because we want you guys to play with friends as well as have your own good experience of making a robot and destroying all these other robots, being the best Archangel pilot ever. You know, all those experiences you want when you play this game. So yeah, I think that's it for my sales talk. No, I'm kidding.
That's a sales talk.
that was me begging you to buy the game. But yeah, seriously, all you guys already in the community, you're great. So yeah, please do continue supporting us. We'll make sure this game ends up great because of you guys. I mean, it's changed so much. Have you seen the game on itch.io? That's like what the game used to look like.
Yeah, look, what if the message says?
Holy moly, this game changed. Exactly.
It sure did.
Sure did. 2018, I think, was a good year. Lots of ups and downs. Yeah, so is the frame rate suffering?
No.
It's not. YouTube's fine.
YouTube's fine.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure, because a while ago it was like weird. Look at me. I am like an armor build. No one can stop me. I am Zeus. This is for you. I did that just for you.
This level 3 is for you. Just for you only.
Just for you.
Just for you. By the way, you turned off all the sounds, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I still hear the beeping sounds.
Yeah, I know. That's strange.
That's a bug.
That is a bug.
That is a bug.
Oh, look. Wednesday Warzone. Good for catching bugs on on air. Like I said, whenever we do it's Wednesday Warzone, it's just us really.
No scripts.
No scripts. We're just telling you guys what's up. We're also mostly testing the game with you guys. Like I said, this is an early access. A lot of the stuff is experimental, and of course, it's a work in progress. We're aiming to have the game really get polished. At least the core of the game, which is the mech fighting action. Wow. So stuff like this will arise, and that's how our Wednesday Warzones have been for 2018. So it just feels right, ending Wednesday Warzone for this year in the same way. So
finding bugs.
Not finding bugs. Hey, just talking with people, answering their questions, just having fun on air.
Suddenly bugs.
And suddenly bugs, and we're like, "That's a bug." Hi, Paolore.
Report
That's
that.
a bug. Report that.
Now, Sleeper is watching this. It's fine.
Don't give him a hard time. He's working hard.
It's fine.
Okay. Oh wow! Look at my Dominus armor. Look at me walking through all these missiles. Can you walk through missiles? No, because you are weak. You are not cool.
Why are you shit talking to mechs? Do their AI? They don't even know.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I died.
That's what you get.
I died.
Talk shit, get hit.
Are you on the AI side?
Yeah.
Animated hyper moves after charging a weapon past a certain point. Animated hyper moves after charging weapon past a certain point. Are you requesting
an
that?
indicator?
An indicator? Charging past a certain point? Oh, is this like you want all melee weapons you can hold them down if you're like holding an attack, you can hold them down and then they become hyper armor? Like in certain fighting games, like when you hold down an attack, they kind of hold it and it becomes more powerful.
Why did you look at me? Were you waiting for a reference? Were you expecting a reference from me?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid in case people from other companies are listening in, they might.
That's
just making sure that we're protecting ourselves. I mean, we are a small company.
Nah, crossovers is in now.
Crossovers?
Yeah.
With who?
Guest characters are the norm now. Have you not seen all those fighting games with guest characters? Like that guy with a bat?
Yeah. That guy with a bat. That's a very specific reference. No, wait.
He's not even in a video game. Why is he there in the first place?
Are we gonna turn this into
Don't
like a
answer that
rant?
question. I know exactly why he's in there, and I'm okay with that. Oh, that's a bug. Yep, that's a bug.
Where are these sounds coming from? I thought all sounds were destroyed when the volume was changed. Anyway, yeah, we'll look into that. But Horde mode has has a radar which indicates how many enemies there are, and even then, I don't know why you'd look at your radar, especially with all the enemies like crowd you. Trigger an animated sequence.
I think he meant like a cutscene.
Oh.
Like when you do supers, then the camera closes up on the mech.
And then it's like an anime.
Do a pose or something.
Sequence. We'll consider it. Because this game is customizable.
There are no supers in this game.
Yeah,
unless,
right now.
Unless we implement a super, like.
And if we're gonna implement something like that, I think it'll be fair if everyone had like a super.
Yep.
Right now, people are already comparing the Dominus, even though the Dominus gimmick is kinda uh, the Dominus gimmick is shared with other weapons like the Labris, and it's less a super than like a charged attack in my opinion. So we did have ideas for supers before, and I guess that's still on the table, though it's not a high priority. But thanks for the suggestion. We do want that does sound interesting. That is what I want to say.
My suggestion for that last time we talked about it was you get an internal that does something.
That does something.
No, internal that specifically gives you a super move.
I'm thinking everyone has something like that if we're gonna do something like that.
Yeah. It's the commands.
Yes. Oh no.
Press all
Drill
face
man.
buttons for a super. Oh.
Oh. Wow.
But what if you have two weapons in left and right hand? How do you select which super you want?
I was saying one of my
Something like
ideas
that.
was each weapon has a super that you have to combine with a command or something.
Yeah, but what command will you use if there are two weapons?
No, like there's one button, and then you press the command for the actual weapon you want to use a super with, and maybe the hand weapon only hand weapons have supers because it'll be weird if you have a super on the back.
Is it? It's an install super.
Like what would your super with a shield be? I can block.
Yes, your shield gets bigger,
And I can
it's
block.
active for 15 seconds, and
And you can do
still attack.
something. So it's the barrier basically.
Yeah, but it's for 15 seconds. I don't know.
So it's the barrier basically.
I don't know.
Yeah.
know.
Anyway, we had those ideas. What's preventing us from doing it is we felt like we already had enough going without supers. Like just being able to mix and match different parts, mix and match your weapon types, your internals, the combos you can make with your different weapons already on their own. That's a lot of gameplay already, and we feel like for the development time needed for supers, they're really secondary or tertiary.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's just an insight into what we were thinking. But yeah, if enough people want it, we'll add it. It makes the game more anime, so why not?
If you want a replacement for super, maybe we can have like a fatality.
like
Or
like an
or-
animated sequence
Yeah,
where you
or a special animation on the last hit.
on the last hit. Yeah, we'll see if we can do that. Something like that.
Maybe.
That would be.
But that's for next year.
Yeah, not this year, definitely. Level 4 guard. Anyway, so yeah, is there any other questions before I just like
Disappear into the vacation land.
disappear into vacation land? This is the last time you'll see Paolore in 2018, guys. And Niconiconation. I'm surprised the other guys aren't here. Like, Vol, Rocky.
It's fine. They'll catch up.
Yeah, they'll just watch the. It's not like I don't get to talk with them. They usually DM me, tell me about, hey, let's make a cool trailer. Like,
And then you were like, no.
no, I am making a cool trailer. Shut up, guys. Like I said, we're a small indie company, so usually we have to work with what we got. We have a lot of dreams for this game. We want to make it big with this game, so we can put more anime stuff. Add them for single player bosses. Super modes? Okay, sure, why not? Kiko Pro usually comes in with the cool insights. By the way,
also
Kiko
some
Pro
of
is like I said, the Leo Pleurodon's creator.
Yeah, he's really cheap.
I don't know about cheap.
Kikopro is cheap.
He's not cheap.
No, he's pretty cheap. He knows it. It's fine.
He's the only guy everyone's complaining about. Oh, this blah is OP, and he's the only guy who's like, no, it's not. It's not that OP.
Yeah, and that's what
It's
makes
OP.
him cheap. Yeah, he knows a lot of stuff that others doesn't.
Yeah, knowledge is cheap. This is why you build int types clearly.
More
Next.
poses.
More poses? Yeah, we do intend. Next year we'll have an update for. Look at that, little weird stuff. We'll have an update for the garage, and one of the plans for next year, as soon as possible, as we can put it in there, are like cosmetic changes, like decals and patterns for your color schemes. So the color schemes you see now
You can make them like camouflage, and then because you can color it, you can make it like color vomit. Like someone just decided to make an abstract John Pollock painting on your mech.
Oh, that's a pull. That's a pull.
You can the patterns will allow you to change up how colors go on your mech basically. So that stuff we already actually have internally. We just don't have a proper like interface for players to access it. So that's one of the first things we'll try to get out. We'll try to get out there next year, especially since we're gonna have like the single player campaign and all the progression stuff. I know there's a guy who keeps asking about progression, the level 1 which we added ever since. That's gonna come in next year. So please be patient.
It's gonna come in along with the campaign.
Yeah. Please be patient regarding that. Thank you for supporting the game. I think you know who you are. He's been pretty insistent about having a progression system, and like I explained, it used to be for like our multiplayer focus of the game. But seeing that we can't do multiplayer at this point in time yet, we might convert that progression system to a single player thing. Although that does open the doors for a lot of features we're gonna add to the game, like the bosses, like people were saying. So yeah, that level 1 will become a level 2 someday.
Someday, but not
Someday,
today.
but not today. Like I said, this is the last Wednesday Warzone for the year, and we're gonna be out for a while. So better get your questions in before we disappear. Stir still isn't OP. Yes. Thank you. I agree. Stir is right where it needs to be.
Speed is OP.
Speed is OP. Maybe
If you don't get hit, you will never lose.
that's a good way to approach life. That's generally a good approach to life. If you don't get hit, you'll never lose. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
See,
oh, no.
this is why you lose, Paul.
Yeah, because I don't have
Yeah, you keep
speed. Eventually you'll die because you keep getting hit, Paolo. So yeah.
That's the lesson for this year.
The lesson for this year is don't get hit, guys. So yeah, I think that's it. Come on. Anything else?
Now we're past 1 hour.
See, we're past 1 hour. That's pretty great.
We
got the bonus champion appearance.
Yeah, we can fuck off, bro.
Oh yeah, it's already 10.
Yep.
Wednesday Warzone.
Nothing.
I'm super late. Max sorting when? When we have an update to the garage next year. Step 2. Step 1. Prospera special on Gauntlet and hold it. Oh look, he actually posted steps. It was just on our Discord. Step 1. Now press the other Gauntlet special.
So you want to test it now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's just do it.
Come on, it's the last. Let's give them a chance.
Yeah. We'll show Sim.
We'll show you.
We'll show you. You're wrong.
Just press hold.
Nothing's
happening, Sim. You lied.
No. Let him hear. Let him hear the controls.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold it. No. Yeah.
Tap.
Tap. Okay, no. Try to move.
Tap. Nothing's happening.
Yeah, you're wrong, Sim.
You're
you hear
wrong.
that? You hear this?
You're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Oh.
Oh no! A new bug is emerged.
Well, it's not his bug.
It's not his bug. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sim's still wrong.
This is our bug.
This is my bug, Sim, not
This bug
yours.
is for me.
Illusion thruster. Press special on illusion thruster and blah blah blah. Okay, let's go with illusion thruster. Just for Sim. We're gonna do it. See? Live on air bug testing. Okay, let's go. Illusion withdrawal thrusters. Okay, press special on Gauntlet and hold it. Illusion thruster. I can't illusion thruster.
No. Let him hear. Let him hear it.
I can't illusion thruster.
No,
nothing's happening.
One more.
See, it caused a different bug, but not your bug.
This is not your bug.
This is not your bug.
The bug you reported was fixed.
The bug you reported was fixed.
Good job, Sleipnir.
Sleipnir, thank you for replacing this bug.
But unfortunately for you, we have a new bug.
See, I can't do it anymore. Fixed.
Just kidding.
Yeah, please don't mix and match buttons that shouldn't be pressed, guys. Thank you.
Just use your weapon normally.
Nah, I'm kidding. We'll try to get that fixed too. So, interesting. Okay. I broke it.
Wow.
Nothing happened. It's been fixed, but there's a different bug. I'll just report that to Sleipnir.
See, we fixed it. Now you can't do your bugs to abuse and win. Yeah, justice. Okay.
Right now, you use the bugs and lose anyway.
No,
You loser. Yeah, that's right.
stop egging him on.
Oh my gosh.
We're only doing this as a joke, okay? It's a joke everyone's in on.
So don't worry about it, guys. Okay. Anyway, so next special, that's a good compromise. Single player bosses. Looking forward to Friday and testing the maps.
Yes, please do. They're a work in progress, but we feel like
They'll be great once we complete them. And more or less the layout and the boundaries are already final.
more or less, hopefully, if nothing comes out. But yeah, that's stuff to see on Friday.
Anything else from the people who are late? Oh my gosh. People who are late. How about on Discord?
Nothing.
Max sorting when? Like I said, when we
Nothing.
update Garage for next year single player.
The
Garage update will also have... There's someone who requested this on the Steam forums, which is there'll be a slider or a different changer for cosmetic reskins of existing
body parts and weapons. But for the weapons in the game, like the Gorgon, it's all these skins will only work for weapons with the same name, like the Halo Targe, which is currently the only weapon in the game that's like that. But for other weapons like the Mountain Splitter and the Dominus, those are actually two different weapons, at least according to single player, because the Mountain Splitter is like a secret unlocked Dominus upgraded version of the Dominus. And like I said in one of our previous Wednesday Warzones, there's gonna be an upgrade system in the coming campaign, which you can upgrade your body parts and unlock a level 2. I showed some of the level 2 bodies are the upgraded versions of existing basic body frames in a previous Wednesday Warzone. I'll try to link it once I find it later, now that it's become relevant. I didn't expect to have to link that. We did show those off, and those are upgrades. Mountain Splitter and the other weapons with different names but have the same icon are upgraded versions of those base weapons, and they're unlocked in single player when you support certain factions. So they're actually, in effect, they're different weapons because they're upgraded. So, and like I said, there's gonna be upgraded versions of existing basic weapons like the Dominus and the other back weapons like the Agimat barrier, all the other weapons that aren't cosmetic, currently just cosmetic reskins. Those will also have upgrades in the future, which you can unlock by playing single player. So what else is there? Dual wielding star gauntlets should charge both at the same time, if we can. If we can do that, we'll see. Right now the system is not very forgiving. This bug that we're showing is precisely because you can't have two things going on at once.
Yeah,
at
jazz
most,
hands.
at most you should boost or move, but not two weapons at the same time. You'll just, it's not something the system was built for. We'll see in the future, but for now we want to keep with the one weapon at a time system. Charging, Archangel Star. Archangel Star. Flying uppercut. Final Archangel.
Justice.
Justice. Garrison Justice. Angel Fire. Angel Corridor. I'm just kidding, guys. Okay, I think we've been here too long. We're starting
Angel
to just
Beam. Hyper Angel Beam.
Hyper Angel Beam. Ha ha. Angel Beam. That's enough. That's enough. Is there anything else, guys?
Nah.
Nothing. Oh no, Ventura. Volts typing.
What? Should
Okay.
we? Okay.
Cosmic Clash tentative dates? Yes, October 12. Sorry.
No.
January 12.
2019.
This is what you get for being late,
Get it
Vol.
right.
Get it right. Okay, yeah, January 12, 2019. That's the season finale for season 2. We hope everyone's there. Vol, I guess I'll see you there. Like you all know, many of the people I'm naming are people who are well known in the community and who go to our tournaments a lot. So a lot of our communities really, we're almost like just online friends, if you ask me sometimes, because we that's how we engage people, I guess. We're not too
I mean, it depends on your
Yeah.
definition of friendship, if you really can call him a friend.
I mean, yeah, we're people.
You're okay.
You're okay. We're okay. No, but seriously, we're trying to be transparent as much as possible with our community, and this like coming around along as casual is our way of doing that as well. So there are people who might not like it, might not appreciate it, but the people I'm naming, at least, they know us enough. Most of them are like, we know them in real life. They've met the devs, and we consider them an integral part of the game's development anyway. So yeah, that's how much the community means for us. So yeah, Cosmic Clash tentative dates January 12, 2019. So I think we should end it. I think we've run too long, even for a finale.
I kept saying that. I've been saying that for the past
Okay.
few minutes.
Yeah, okay. So thank you very much for sticking with us and supporting us. Thank you. I may have said a lot of embarrassing things. I'm not
That's
sure.
fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
But yeah, thank you for sticking around. This is the last Wednesday Warzone of 2018.
We can do so
Here's-
much worse.
We no, please don't. We're looking forward to seeing you guys in 2019. The game will continue development next year. We're gonna have an update end of this week, hopefully. And yeah, please do enjoy it over the vacation. We'll also be on vacation, but we hope you guys enjoy the new Star Gauntlet, the new maps. And for you guys who haven't been paying attention to Garrison Archangel, we hope what you're seeing is enough for you guys to want to try it out and buy it for your family and friends. Please do stay tuned to our channels and social media. There might be news coming out soon. That's all we can say about that. And I think that's it. With all further ado, we've come to the end of Wednesday Warzone. Thank you from the Garrison Archangel staff. This has been Niconiconation and
Yo.
Paolore. Yep, Niconiconation, yo, and Paolore. And Paolore. And this was Wednesday Warzone. Sara. Bye-bye.
Hashire, sorry.
No! No, Pador!